Folks, it can't be stated enough, and I want to be very upfront about this. Major spoilers. So recently on the MCU Spoils Forum, a post was made at approximately 12:31 p.m. today, August 24th. It was removed as of 1:12 p.m. same day, August 24th. And it was a post that I and many other MCU fans actually believe contain massive spoilers for Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, I want to preface this entire video, as I always like to do, with this statement that nothing's confirmed yet. We don't know if this is confirmed. I'm personally leaning towards, given the fast removal, given the content of what's actually in the spoiler, quote-unquote spoiler, and given what we know about the movie already, especially with the recent trailer, I'm really leaning towards this being legitimate. But again, take it with a grain of salt, and let's make it interactive. I'm going to go ahead and hit you guys with the bullet points, because he didn't do like a full script. It was just bullet points, spoilers. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you think this is legitimate and true, or if you think this is just somebody trying to stir some stuff up on the internet, you know, just like bad fan fiction, essentially, all right? You guys let me know in the comments, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I make these videos because I believe that too many people jump aboard the hype train, and they're like, oh, look at these awesome spoilers, this is 100% confirmed what's going to happen. No, I'm going to give you what happens. I'm telling you up front what my take is. I believe this is legitimate, but I'm telling you, and I'm always more interested in your opinion. You let me know if you think this is legitimate or not. This comes, again, from the MCU Spoils Forum, mcuspoils.net, from a user named Thanos Thing. All right, so here we go. From the top to bottom, just to hit the bullet points here in a quick fashion for you guys. The movie takes a very, very specific turn with its villain and its secondary antagonist, right? And that's the big thing that we see. We even see this reinforced in the trailer. We don't know who the enemy is, right? You see appearances from Doc Ock. You see appearances from Green Goblin. You see appearances really heavily indicated that we're going to see Sandman and Electro. But we don't know who the big bad of this movie is. Who's the primary villain? We know Doctor Strange does his spell. Some are arguing that there won't even be a big bad. Well, according to Thanos Thing over on the MCU Spoils Forum, the primary antagonist is actually Thanos. Yes, you heard me correct. Thanos returns in No Way Home. Now, we know for a fact that Thanos is dead. We know for a fact that 2014 Thanos is dead. What this is 1988 prepubescent teenage Thanos that's coming forward through time to exact his revenge on the Avengers. And it's not just prepubescent, whiny voice, angsty teenage Thanos alone. He's not coming solo. He actually has resurrected Tony Stark's corpse and interwoven cybernetics throughout his decomposing body. So we have prepubescent teenage Thanos alongside decaying zombie cybernetic Tony Stark, who's programmed with one mission, and that is to kill Peter Parker. And that is where the multiverse really takes off. It's not so much focused on, you know, the returning Tobey Maguire and the returning Andrew Garfield and the returning Alfred Molina, none of that. But what's taking center stage here is an angsty emo Thanos ordering around his decaying one-note Tony Stark resurrection zombified corpse to murder Peter Parker. And, you know, I was a little bit taken aback when I read this in the post, but ultimately it makes sense because they're looking to make this a very different Spider-Man movie. It's going to be very different than what we've experienced in the past. Now, you know, you get your standard MCU fight sequences, right? They couldn't afford Robert Downey Jr. because the MCU's going broke and Kevin Feige needed to add on another zero to his bank account. So we have poor man's Robert Downey Jr., Norman Reedus, who has taken up the helm as Iron Man. We also get some startling revelations about other characters in this universe. It's revealed through a massive flashback sequence that runs about 15 minutes that Doctor Strange and his coven of wizards are actually all homosexuals, and they embrace in what is an incredibly edgy PG-13 orgy scene. The capes flying around, let's just say that's not the only thing that's flying around. The sex moves that these guys use to penetrate one another, and in one case even penetrate himself with auto-anal, was a sight to behold. The cinematography, I think alone, will get this one a nomination at the Oscars. We also get I never thought I would say this. I never thought these words would come out of my mouth, folks. But according to Thanos Thing on the MCU Spoils Forum, Tobey Maguire returns, who wasn't expecting that, but he goes full frontal with the nudity in a scene that will have you staring in awe at his CGI-enhanced massive mountain of a member. Who knew Tobey Maguire was packing so much heat below the belt, if you know what I mean? Ultimately, again, folks, I have to stress the fact that these are not confirmed spoilers, but for my money, and I've been right and I've been wrong before, but for my money, this sounds exactly like the direction that Feige and the rest of the MCU and probably Disney execs want to take the MCU, because, again, they need to redefine themselves. They need to put themselves out as a brand new coat of paint. They need to say, okay, the old MCU, been there, done that. We're not just going to keep rehashing the same stuff. And this is a bold new direction for a franchise that I'm sure will attract a lot of new fans and appeal to some of the existing ones as well. But like I mentioned, I want to know your thoughts. Do you think this is legitimate? Do you think this is a direction that Disney and Marvel are willing to go? Should Kathleen Kennedy, as a result of this, be put in charge of the MCU, and should control be taken away from Feige? You let me know. You let me know. Should we get Jake Gyllenhaal back, who has experience in Brokeback Mountain with these types of scenarios? I appreciate you guys watching. I can't wait to hear your thoughts, again, with these Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers, potential spoilers, I should say, and I hope you guys have a great day.